So now is the time we should start. So welcome everyone to Life5's websites meeting, and this is a meeting that is held weekly every Monday at 8 to 9 a.m. Central Time. And so before starting with the agenda items, we follow the Life5 tradition, and that is all the newcomers on the call get to introduce themselves. You can talk about what you want to be in your life and what's your favorite color or your language. So let's see who are the newcomers today. So I see Umesh. Umesh, is it the first time that you're joining websites meeting? Okay, so he has not connected to the audio yet, so we'll let him know in the chat. And I don't think we have any more newcomer on the call today. Akshat, like, have you introduced yourself before?
Yes, I did.
Okay, great. Would you like to, go once again?
Yes.
Okay, so we are not able to
So
hear.
I am Akshat. I currently live in New Delhi, India. So can you hear me? I'm audible.
Yes, yes, you are now. Yeah, go ahead.
Hello.
Yep.
Yes. Hi. So I'm Akshat. I live in New Delhi. So my topics of interest are CI/CD. I work with Docker. I like Kubernetes, and this Mesh is the new project I came across, and I'm loving it, and I plan to contribute to it.
Great, great, Akshat. Do you have any agenda items for today?
Uh, I just opened a PR, but that was done by I think we discussed it. It was a draft PR, and it is closed now.
Okay. Okay, yeah, now I
It
remember.
was
Yeah, yeah.
that issue was fixed. That issue was fixed. That PR was
Okay,
not required later.
okay. Yeah, so there was a PR from Gaganpreet, and yeah, so that worked. But definitely we should be looking, how we can,
Yeah,
continue with our infinite scroll thing and not be relying on the
right,
pagination that
right,
we have. Thank you,
right.
Akshay.
Still thinking on that.
Yep, great. Thank you for introducing Akshat. And so there's no more newcomer today on the call, so we'll be going ahead with the agenda items. And so I request you all, if you have any kind of agenda item to talk about. It could be open issues, PRs, or UI UX thing, any system or design system related thing. Or if you have any, if you want any help on docs or any issues in the community, specifically with the regard of website, so you can add them all here in this meeting minutes. I've shared the meeting minutes in chat, but I'll once again do that. And also make sure you write your name in the attendees list so as to mark your attendance. And with that, let's start with the topics. So first up, we have a topic in layer5.io from Ritik or Akshay. So Ritik, would you mind sharing your screen and present the...
Yeah, sure. Like before I start, like Dinesh Raj, are you joining for the first time this call? Or... Okay.
No. Already I joined a new some session after that the website, then release restrictions also there.
Okay. Great. Yeah, okay, I'll share my screen. Okay. Yeah, okay. So basically, me and Akshay was working on creating the new sections on our layer 5 site because I hope my screen is visible now.
Yes, it
Okay,
is.
yeah. Okay, so me and Akshay were working on creating the new section on our layer 5 homepage site, on our layer 5 site on the homepage, because if you look at previously the website that we had many pages hidden inside our other pages because the website is very dense, and so like we were not telling user what we are providing and what they will get benefit from. So we are working on adding showing those feature on our homepage. So right now we just added these two section on our homepage. First one for the collaboration and for the whiteboarding feature that we currently recently added in our playground, Cloud Native Playground. So like these are the two cards. These two cards takes user to the new pages that we had for the comments as well as for the whiteboarding. So yeah, so this is how it looks like, and we have added this nice animation on hover. So yeah. Also, one more thing that Lee suggested to have the mouse over these cards and that's roam around here and there randomly. So Akshay has a PR up for that. So this is how they look like. So when I use the mouse hover inside this card, so for example, let's say that Jordan waves like this. So yeah.
Great
So
one,
if
Ritik. So I'll ask for feedback. So if you have any kind of feedback for Ritik, this really looks cool, Ritik. So now is the time you can either say it in the chat or you can unmute yourself and say it out loud.
yes.
So we do have a couple of UI UX around the call, Rex and Victoria. So would you guys mind to give a review on this, Rex or Victoria, to the Ritik?
Well, I was already typing my comments, but since you called me off guard, it's fine. Yeah, I think this looks really nice. You know, it's really interesting. There's enough micro interactions to keep our attention and pass across the message effectively. I like the blend of the cards on the background as well. It looks really nice. Well done, and Ritik and Akshay. You guys are doing really great. I wish I was able to design something like this. But it's all right. It's fine.
Thank you, Rex. And we will be adding like more cards over on our site as well. And also like we were thinking to we are planning to add some more elements on here. Like for example, on the left side, you see like we are just showing the text. So maybe we can add some kind of elements at the background of that will give another touch a bit. Maybe yeah, if you want, like if anyone has some ideas on what we can add. So yeah.
So is there a link to this where I can maybe view it on my own local browser?
No, actually, we don't have a mockup for this card currently inside of Figma because we just directly implemented it. But yeah, but we have this section. We can have this is a small mockup, so either you can just go to the Figma file and just create it. But yeah, but for this this image that you are seeing on the section, like we have a Figma mockup, but not for the card. So yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. Just if it's even the mockup of Figma, just maybe you tag it to it or something so that I can.
Yeah, these are inside the layer 5 design. So if you want, like I can mention you in Figma. You can access it.
Thanks.
Also, like, sure, I have a question. Like, should we keep these mice roaming around only into the right section of the card, or should we keep it as it is? Like these mice roaming on all over the card. So.
I think all over the card looks good. Like it, it invites visitor to interact. So, one more quick feedback, Ritik. When I'm using it as a screen size for iPad Mini, so animation is not working and the card is still tilted. So can you check it out quickly? Yeah, this way. So I was just asking like if it is no iPad Mini.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was asking like if this is intentional and if we are keeping it this way.
Actually, if you are on an iPad, use it by touch. So that's why when you click over it, it will be taken to the next page. So yeah, like that's why you are not able to see that effect, because that effect is added when a user hovers over it, and on iPad mini or any tablet you can't hover. So
Okay, cool. Thank you.
also all these cards are now SVGs. We are not using the PNG. So yeah.
Hello, Ritik. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can I hear you?
Yeah. I have also the same question about these arrows are roaming here and there, but it is necessary to just move all over the card, because if a new user comes and actually I'm not getting anything that because of roaming around the whole card. What is suggest actually? We know that the Mastery Playground is interactive, but from this, I am actually not getting anything if I am a new user.
Yeah, okay. So basically what it represent is that we support multi collaboration. So like if you have used Figma or any other software that supports that multi collaboration, so multiple users can collaborate on the same design. So this is what it represents. So that's why we are showing these multiple mouse roaming here and there on the card.
So while you are on the side, like Akshay and Jordan, they are too, and they are also exploring the things right with you. Just the same effect as in there is in Figma or in Google Docs too. So yep, say more on this, Chandra Vijay. That this is really helpful.
Okay, thank you.
So any more feedback for Ritik? Thank you, Ritik. I'll share my screen again. And so the next item is from Akshan. So do we have Akshan on call? We don't. So, but I do remember Akshan saying that he will be presenting. So I'll just request Abhijit to send a reminder to Akshan in the channel so that he can join, and then we can cover his item. So we can skip this item for now. And then next up, the item is from Victoria about new recognition badges. So do we have Victoria? Yes, we do. So Victoria, would you share your screen and present these?
Okay, so let me share my screen now. Okay, so this is one of the badges. This is the Security Sentinel badge, and it is awarded to contributors, to individuals who contribute to identifying and fixing security vulnerabilities. So I used a shield icon and a keyhole to represent the concept of the security sentinel. So, and I would like your feedback on the general design, the use of color, whatever input you have to make is highly appreciated.
I just have this one question about the white color in the middle that we have. I'll just ask Ritik or like Rex, or this question is for you too, Victoria, that do we have this provision in our brand guide that we can use the white thing in middle?
Do we
Yeah,
have
like,
what?
yeah, like actually we can use the colors like that that are inside our brand guide. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I guess Ritik has answered the question. I didn't hear you initially.
Yeah, okay. So one of kind of feedback from my side, like, are we using the cap? I guess we are using the Capel green, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So like if you with other badges that we have on our site, so for all of your information, like we have a site for our badges where we list all the sites, all the badges that we have that you can get assigned whenever you perform some kind of operation or some kind of contribution on our site, on our project. So like we assign you badges depending on what you do. So Victoria is working on creating another new more badges. So one of the badges is security sentinel. So yeah, so the other badges that we have, Victoria, like they are using two dual tone green, the Capel green as well as the Caribbean. So maybe what we can do is we can use the Caribbean green at the shield inside the inside part of the shield. We can use the Caribbean green or the Capel green, and outside of the that border that you have on the badge, like we can use the another green, so that it will give the dual tone effects. Yeah. Other than it, other than this, I guess it looks good. So Lex, or if anyone else has other feedbacks, so
Yes. So you can either say it in the chat or right now too. So this is really a great work from coming from Victoria. So if you are into finding bugs and security vulnerabilities, so then this you can get this badge too.
I just wanted to confirm, yeah, there's no hard rule that stipulates that it's Caribbean green that we have to use, right? For
Yep.
badges mostly or icons specifically.
Right.
Yeah, all right. So I think we take some points in order then. I just wanted to confirm that. Well done, Victoria, by the way, looks good. Just a little more. And then
Yeah, okay. Victoria, if you share the second badge as well, like that, you're good.
So this is the second one, the code cleanup full badge. So, and it's awarded to, hold on. It's awarded to contributors who help maintain code quality and cleanliness. So the idea behind this is there's the code and the slash is the rule
For code,
to
yeah.
keep the code. Then you have the sparkles that shows that the code is clean.
Yeah, I like the use of that, the stick. Yeah. So here also, like if you can just use the two shades of the green,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Also, like if we can shift that the logo inside that hexagon shape a little bit to the left hand side, so like because it's currently it's too much on the right side, so yeah, maybe yeah.
Like this.
Yeah, because now it's look like a little bit both we have the same, quite not accurate, but yeah, quite equal spacing on the left and right side. So yeah. Well,
So I would want to point this
yeah,
out. So
Mhm.
yeah, we are getting real-time feedback on Victoria's work in Slack. So Lee has some of the things to say. So of course you can check that out after the meeting ends. Yeah, so yeah, go ahead, Ritik. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, like it's just the same thing. We use the dual tone green. So other than that, like both the badges looks good. So yeah.
You, Ritik and Victoria. So let's wait for 5 more seconds. So if any one of you have any feedback, so you can say it right now.
No, like it's just the same thing. We use the dual tone greens. Other than that, like both the badges looks good. So yeah.
You, Ritik and Victoria. So Let's wait for 5 more seconds. So anyone of you have any? Okay, I muted you, Lee. Sorry. Okay, so we'll be going ahead with.
Making sure.
So next item is from Jatin. Do we have Jatin on call? We don't. Abhijit, can you please send a reminder to Jatin in the channel, so when he comes back, we can cover his item. And for these call for volunteers item, Saurabh, would you like to take these? We have Saurabh. We do. So I'll cover this one very quickly. So this issue is about how when you search for so like Layer5 community members have their own a special profile that you can find on layer5.io/community/member. You can showcase it to the kind of, I mean, you can showcase it to others, like saying, I mean, symboling that you do participate in the community endeavor. So if you search for any particular member's profile right now on Google, so there's some constant thing that you get like creator and maintainer. I mean, you should be getting these, but instead you get this that is in the footer. So there are some changes required, and so this is a nice description of the issue description there in the issue you will find. Let me just share the issue right again. So I have already shared that. So if any one of you want to work on this, you can comment in the GitHub, or you can signal right now too. So we'll assign this issue to you then, and you can start working. And then another volunteer item is this one. And so right now, if you were to visit a community handbook section, and that is in community/handbook. So these table of content that you see, they are like hard coded. So we want to have a dynamic table of contents. And so you can use some of the plugins that are there already installed in the site, given by Gatsby. So if you want to work on this issue, let me share this again in chat. And you can comment or signal now. And let me just quickly share this link in chat. So these are issues, good first issue is open for adding a screenshot, so you all can go and take a look. So that was all about the call for volunteers. And now as Akshan is back, we can cover his item. So Akshan, would you mind going next and present your item?
Yeah, so hi everyone. Let me just share my screen. Okay, so the issue was related to implementing the use cases page, and I have pretty much done with it. This is like the present status of use cases page with the cards, and all the data is currently dummy, but rest of it is pretty much done. What was in the like design file. I have also added like responsive checkpoints, so just give me a second. Any feedbacks or details?
Yep, Akshan,
And
it's
with
looking pretty good,
Akshan.
man. Akshan, probably unbeknownst to you is the fact that there are a number of existing components that we should be reusing. This looks great. However, anytime anyone makes any change, and even sometimes when people don't make changes, we get bugs. They're like rabbits, man. They get together and they make more bugs. And so, Akshun, thanks a bunch for this. Can you take a moment to visit another page on the site? 2 other pages, actually. One of them is if you go to /workshops, and I would expect at least Ritik or I guess Ritik to be giving you this feedback as well. I think I recently covered this with him.
Is it like
Yep, yes, it's correct. Yeah, I would just go to the main website instead of waiting for your build. Great. Here's an example of a different layout of cards. They show you an image in the front, a title, a bit of details, and then they have these 2 other links. If you choose one that's in the middle, please. Nope, not on the end. Can you go to a card that's in the middle and choose read more?
this one?
Yep. What you'll
This
find
one?
is that, yes, what you'll find is that this expands.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool. It expands and the user stays on the same page and they can click read less to sort of, move it back to the same size it was. Or alternatively, and I don't know that this is a very good UX, by the way, but alternatively, in the lower left-hand corner, there is a like full screen button. Yep. Click one of those if you would. And the user should be directed to a dedicated page for that particular workshop. Each of these
Yeah,
cards, comes with the ability to add a link to the site and add a link to the labs. And so this is something to be aware of and be considerate of to the extent that this is useful to us elsewhere, because it doesn't get used a lot, but there's certainly effort put into it. As you think about that, if you don't mind, will you also then will you go to the production site so we don't have to wait on your build? Will you go to layer5.io/events? Thank you. Right, when this comes up, this is an alternative style of a grid of cards. Great, you can see relatively similar.
so
This one probably has a better UX in terms of the lower right-hand corner having what I would think most users would understand as being a dedicated page. If you click that to try it out, great. And then if you go back and click on the see more, what does the see more do? Okay, so it goes to a dedicated page as well. If you go back and click on the external link icon, what behavior does it have?
it opens it up in okay, so it opens like I think main site of the link, which it is like pointing to the program.
Cool. Yeah, the external link for that event. Okay. If you go back to the /events, because we don't, if you go to the top of this deck of cards, there are, not here, but just below. There are categories, all events, workshops, meetups. So there has been some amount of work put into a couple of other types of grids of cards. And so if you all would, please consider whether or not it's appropriate to reuse. We want to first seek to reuse if we can.
Okay, got it. Most of the other elements are reused, like this 2 sections or even this heading part. Only the cards I made because the UX in this, the UI is not like similar to any other cards used. So I thought like this is a new design to be like
Yeah,
implemented.
that's wonderful. That makes a lot of sense. Although the way that you say it, Akshan, and I'm going to point this out because it's going to be upsetting to me if you're so the way that you phrase that means that you have looked at those other 2 sets of cards that we just looked at, did an analysis, and
Not exactly these 2. I went to like other pages, like products page or whiteboard or some other pages to like see the cards implemented or like get
Okay,
an
cool.
idea of how they are being used.
That's
But I
good.
get your point, like reusing these cards so that like it is more consistent and I don't have to like
Well, yeah, I mean, consistency
add a new
is
code to the.
also somewhat boring. So we definitely appreciate, various styles, and they help communicate to the user that they're in a different area of the site. And so it's just I just wanted to point it out as a point of consideration, to the extent that either those that have created the design or you as you went to implement that it wasn't necessarily apparent. So it sounds like you did look at a couple of them. You didn't look at these other two, which I would ask you in the future to be
Yep.
careful with your phrasing with me in particular, if you would, and not make it sound like you had looked at them all and decided that, well, this is different, and so I'll make it different, since you didn't look at them all,
Yep.
because it's misrepresentative when you're in our conversation. If you would, and
Sorry
it
for that.
doesn't instill trust, and that's what I'm trying to build with you.
Okay, got it. Sorry for that.
Oh, thanks. Well, cool. Well, hey, I'm gonna be quiet and let other people think this through. And I don't know that you need to do any changes. I just wanted to bring this up.
Yeah, I got your point. So should I stop sharing or any other feedbacks?
Yeah, Pratik,
Yeah.
what are you saying?
No, I actually Lee already covered all the points. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you,
Yeah,
Akshay.
basically what we will be
Thank you.
doing action what we will be doing is like for the new pages or the multiple feature that we have on our site, basically we will be listing those features over here. So this is the use case of that page. So just for your information. So
Okay,
why
got
we are
it.
getting, yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Also, like I hope like we are just passing a JavaScript JSON or something, so that we don't have to
Yeah, I
create.
have made card data JSON for that purpose.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
So, thank you guys. And so we have covered all the items on layer5.io. And now is the time we move on to Measure.io items, and there's just one, and that is this PR. So I'll share the link in chat. So right now, if you were to go on Measure.io/blog, you will find nothing. But if you build the site locally, you will see that there are blogs. And this is happening because of the use of Jekyll Paginate v2 plugin that we are using, and that is not supported by default in GitHub Pages. So GitHub Pages cannot build that, and that's why it's not showing to us. And the possible solution that is suggested by Jekyll Docs is having a custom action that will do just the same as the default GitHub action, but it will first prepare all the static files and then upload to GitHub Pages. So this PR is about adding that action only, and it partly works. I checked it in my fork of the repository, and that is based on. I'll just open that. Yep. So this is hosted at my on my GitHub Pages. So it is working on my, in my repository, in my fork of the repository. So through this PR, the aim is that we should be testing it out on our Measure.io/blog too, and it will need a couple of changes. First, there will be need to change some of the settings in the repository settings, and then we should be good. Then also there is there are some experiments to be done with the way we are saying Jekyll to build the site in this action. So there is something, some experiments involved right here. So we'll look into that. Yeah. So Xavier is saying that, yeah, same thing. And quickly, I'll share the issue that is causing this. The issue that is tracking this particular bug.
Okay. So basically, like the PR that you have, this issue is not fixed or it is not fixed. Like if you can show the preview. So
No, so this has no preview right now. It's just adding this action, and so there'll be no preview. I mean, this preview will not work.
Okay. Mhm.
Okay, it miraculously works. So I just thought that since it is in .github directory, it won't work. But let me just quickly check it
Actually,
out.
so it
Yeah.
works on the deploy preview, but when you host it,
Okay,
then
yeah. Since it is
yeah,
hosted on Netlify, that's why it works. Okay, yeah.
yeah.
So I'm correct there, Ritik. But since this deploy previews are hosted on Netlify, it works. But if you were to check this on any GitHub pages, it won't. But yeah, after you add this action, it will work on your fork too. So I'll just recommend Savio 2 to give it a go. You also can add this in your fork and then can see. I've also linked the official section that talks about adding this action. So that will be helpful, I guess. Yeah, Ritik, so any more question from anyone?
Yeah. Not from my side.
Okay. So I have dropped the link in chat in case you want to chime in. So that was all about Measure.io site, items on Measure.io. But if you have any more items that needs to be discussed, so make sure you add that and signal in the chat. So definitely we will cover those. And now moving on to docs.layer.io, we have another item from Akshan about adding the product drop down to navbar. So Akshan, would you like to share this?
Just give me a second. Okay, so the issue was related that we wanted to add this products drop-down menu to the docs homepage, and this is the current implementation. Like I've added this, but I have not like added the links to this right now, and it is not responsive. But I wanted to like point out this that the homepage is not responsive currently. So I think that we should make an issue and part before like making these responsive, because that would be easier, I guess. It's not working.
Yes, that's really a great point, Akshan. And we do have an issue open. I'll just grab the issue link and then share that in the chat.
Okay. Also, I wanted to ask if any suggestions are there for this drop down, like styling or anything like.
Yep. So yeah, if you can add some spacing between the products and the drop down that you have, because it's like currently overlapping the playground button and it's very close to the text. So
Okay.
yeah, another is you see that on the border at the bottom of the cloud native performance rows.
Yeah, I also can't figure out why. I'll see. I'll look into it.
Mhm. Yeah.
I guess it is the margin that is bugging. I'll look into it. Okay.
Something else I'd like to point out is I don't know if that's a stroke or a border around that drop down, but
Mhm.
it's making it look quite off. In addition to the space that Ritik pointed out earlier. If it's going to
Okay.
be a shadow, then maybe a bit lighter, but preferably mostly it should be at the bottom and maybe a bit to the sides, but I'm not sure that the shadow should extend to the top there. So it makes it look like it's a stroke, a green stroke bordering around it, and then it looks
Okay,
like
okay,
it's
got it.
sticking
Yeah.
out, and so maybe do something about that. Well done.
Okay.
Yeah, also,
Got it. Okay. Thanks for
yeah,
giving.
like in some of the, if you once again click over the products, so show the drop down, yeah, like inside the cloud native performance, like we are using these border at the top and the bottom. Like, is there specific reason why we are doing? Because inside the mesh like row, like we have a bottom border, but in the mesh map and catalog we don't have that border. So either keep it at every row or just remove from every.
Okay, got it.
Also, like last suggestion, like you can just uh, add a border radius of maybe 4 pixels or something, so that it doesn't look too much pointy at the corners.
Too pointy. Okay, okay, yep. Yeah, thanks for the feedbacks.
Share my screen again. And so very quickly, I wrangled these issues link, and the first one is this one. So this one talks about having mobile friendly navigation, and so you can find the issue in meeting minutes, or let me share this again in chat. And you can comment and we'll see that it's assigned to you and you can work on it. And the next one is
Yeah, before we move on, like Vivek, I just want to add one more thing. Like instead of mentioning inside the Slack, like it's better like you can mention on the issue itself, because it sometimes happen like before you mention on a Slack and before we assign you, someone else comment on the issue itself, so it gets difficult to assign someone like, who to assign.
And
So
can I
it-
just can I also just add to what Ritik said, sorry, it could be that the if it's linked in the chat here on Zoom, it will get lost in the chat as well. So perhaps commenting on it on GitHub might be a better option.
right on point. Next call for volunteers is this issue. And this is about having a call out, like who can use this feature on every page in the docs. And you will find the description right here in the issue. And let me just share this too in chat. And the procedure that you have to follow is it is recommended that you comment in the GitHub issues comments, and that way it will be most faster to assign you. Thank you. And now we are moving on to the items on getnighthawk.dev. And the first item is from Sandra. So Sandra, would you like to talk about this one?
Yes, if I can just share my screen real quick, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
Awesome. Done. Hopefully you can see my screen. So yes. So this is a very
And sorry to it's like a blank right now for me at least.
Oh, it says it's loading on my end. So maybe I
Okay.
can just start talking because it
Oh,
won't
yeah,
take
yeah,
that long.
Okay, yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
So I'm on the issue itself on the pay on GitHub. And so I assume you can see my screen now because it stopped loading. So this is an issue that was similar to many other issues that were in different repos, basically updating the label commenter. The reason why this has an error, and that's the reason why I pointed it out. It has a linting error. So I'm not sure if it's possible for somebody to fix that so that this can pass the check, so that this issue can move forward, because I get a sense that it's quite important that it's added, that this configuration is added and merged. And that's pretty much it for me. That's pretty much it from my side regarding this issue.
Okay. So I have also shared the PR's link in chat in case anyone would want to have a look at the error and the PR too.
Okay, so it's on the issue. It's a Go linting error.
Yep.
All right, I'll do that. So I'll stop sharing my screen. I hope I was clear.
Yeah, you were.
So, all right then. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandra. Let me share my screen again. And next item is from Umesh. So do we have Umesh? Yep, we do. So Umesh, do you mind sharing your screen and presenting the item?
Hello. Hello.
Yes, hi.
Am I audible?
Yep, you are.
Yeah, yes. So should I share my screen?
Yes, go ahead,
Or
please.
yeah. Okay. Okay. So the PR mentioned is the like adding the copy button to the code snippet in the Get Nighthawk website. So here, as you can see, like I have added this button and it works fine. So then later on, it was mentioned that the scroll feature was omitted as I added it. So I have to add this. So in the next PR I submitted, I have also like involved this feature as well, and like it is ready to be merged. And like it was asked by like Abhijit Gaurav that what are your thoughts on it? Is it okay to do it like this or as it was before? Like only providing the copy button option, not providing the user to read it by themselves by scrolling and all. So this is one PR. I don't think there is any issue with it.
If you can switch to the mobile view, so
Yes. It works, I guess.
yeah, like one thing that I can say is that the left TOC, I mean table of content is kind of overlapping on the
This one,
content in the right.
yeah. For this, I created my own issue, and I fixed this in another PR.
Okay, great
So
work.
this one small issue in the vertical navbar, as you can see. So here I have like resolved it, and I have placed the PR as well. So
If you can share the preview, so that will really be helpful. Others can also.
okay. So like right now it looks like this. You can see that the text is going out, and the corrected version. Maybe. Yeah.
If you can decrease the height, width of the screen.
Yeah, so from here it get removed, and before that for the iPad and
Okay, maybe if you can switch to the iPhone views. Okay.
And there is one more issue that is not resolved yet. I want to like bring it up again. So what the problem is, like the navbar you can see here, right, in the mobile view on the screen. In the actual website, like it is integrated in it. The code is there. Everything works fine. When you build it on your system, you move it, you build it on Netlify, it works fine. But the deployed site, if I go to there, and now if I go into the mobile version, the menu button is not there as well. You can't see it. Like there is no way for the user to move around the site.
As a matter of fact, in my mobile too, I cannot see the menu button right there.
Yes. So it is, the code is there, it has been built and everything is there. The issue is something with the deployment. The PR is also there. I can show you. I mean the issues I can see.
Yeah,
somebody
so
like who understands the deployment issue should be able to take a look. Like
so
I can't
Umesh,
fix
can
it.
you? Oh yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, Umesh, can you please open an issue on this and share in the Slack channel so others can also take a look on that one, and definitely
Yes,
we'll get that
yes,
fixed.
yes. And one more thing, like this issue of the mobile view, a small issue in the vertical name, but that I have fixed. Like, can we merge this now?
Yeah, definitely.
It's,
I'll make sure that I share your
uh,
PR link in chat. After taking a look, we'll definitely proceed with the merge.
One more quick feedback, Umesh. Can you just go to the place where you added the copy button?
like to the code or the
Yeah, you added the copy button, right? On the top green color. Yeah, so you can look at these copy buttons. So in the talks.mystery.io, we also have similar button. Did you check that out? I just shared the link in the
yes.
chat. Yeah, so these buttons look a little bit different from them. So if you can use those,
Yeah,
yeah.
I have gone through those buttons actually.
Mhm.
But like the whole theme of that site is also different if we check that. So what I have done is in this button, the colors that I have used are from the Messery Figma file. Sorry, the GetNight of Figma file. The two colors that I have used are from that one. Like you can see that in the logo also, or in the website theme itself.
Okay, makes sense.
So
Okay.
maybe it. I don't know where it's on.
Mishri, Meshery. It's not Mishery. So,
Sorry.
Ritik, do you have any feedback on this, like copy buttons, design of the copy buttons?
Well, yeah, like it looks fine. Like if they are going with the website theme,
Okay.
so yeah.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, just that like, if you go to the issue previews one more time.
Like from here I have taken.
These two buttons are colors are inside that repo, right? Design file
Yes.
of GetNight Hub. Okay. Then I guess we have to update it to Keppel green and the Caribbean green. So, the second color needs to be updated to the Caribbean green because so these are the two colors on these.
So feedback is from, yeah, go ahead, Ritik.
Like if you can update that color with the Caribbean green.
Like which one of these is
yeah, okay. 0,
Caribbean green? Which one? On hover and you can mention that clearly, then I will do it.
Like you can just go to our file or we can mention you in our Slack files.
Okay.
Also, a quick feedback from Savio, and that is about a bit of margin on the right side of the code block. So that might enhance the readability. You might want to take that into account, Umesh.
What? I didn't hear it. Sorry.
A bit of margin on the right side of the code block where we have the copy to, yeah. So
okay, to
that,
the button.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, I understood that.
Okay. Thank you for sharing.
I will keep it for fixing.
Okay. And yeah, please make sure, I mean, if you open the issue, you share the link in Slack. So thank you again, Umesh.
And one more thing, like I wanted to ask, like I created a PR and yeah, this one. So what happened was, like they mentioned that you haven't signed off the comment. So like I have resubmitted it and it is visible here.
You can go to the PR. So like all the DCO checks, the sign off that you're talking about, they have number of steps mentioned in them, how you can correct that. So following that will really help, I guess.
In that I have done. So like it comes. Okay. So leave it. I am not able to find it.
Also, like if you even after following the steps, you are not able to. I mean, you're not seeing the sign off thing on your commit. So then you need to configure that on your machine. I mean, where you from where you push the changes. So for that you will find the steps in our docs. I'll point that
Yes,
to you
I
in
have
the
signed
slide.
off it. That is not the problem. But like first PR it was submitted, it was not signed off. Then another I submitted, it is signed off. So are you able to merge it? I just wanted to ask if I submitted.
Yeah, definitely.
Better.
Yeah. We'll take a look
Okay.
after the call.
That is okay. Or maybe I have to create a new PR. I was asking.
No, we'll take a look, Umesh. So thank you for sharing your updates.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess that was all about today's websites meeting. And so we'll meet next Monday if you join. But before saying bye on this call, let me just quickly share the community calendar. So if you want to join any more meetings that is happening in the community, you can subscribe to the community calendar. So there are a couple of meetings, weekly and bi-weekly meetings. It's just not loading for me, maybe a bug. Can anyone confirm is it working for them or not?
Yeah, it is working fine for me actually.
Okay, yeah, it did. So yeah, on Wednesday we have development meeting, and on Thursday our newcomers meeting. So if you want to join all these meetings, you want to get update, you can subscribe to the community calendar. I will quickly share the link in chat. Okay, so Ritika has returned. So thank you everyone for joining, and yep, we'll see you next Monday. Bye.
Bye.